My name's Mike. I'm based out of San Francisco, and yeah, I just like to work on old bikes, carbureted bikes, Hondas, Harleys, whatever. So I've always been like somebody that enjoys plants and like growing things, and I used to like wrench in the backyard where I had my garden, and that's kind of where I decided like I wanted to do bikes full time. My buddy Joey like came out in the backyard just randomly and was like, hey, there's this job at this motorcycle company if you're interested. And I was like, disassembling a Honda. And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, I was kind of balancing my time between growing things and building things. And it's a good balance. I like bikes that can go anywhere. The idea of like taking a vintage bike like off-road and just being out there in the woods or going camping, it's kind of like the main appeal to me. When I grew up, we could only ride in the woods because we weren't riding anything street legal and we were too young back in New Jersey. So yeah, I think like that's kind of the most fun to be had. Yeah, I got this Evo Sporty that I'm gonna be chopping for the show, and it's rough right now. It's sitting out in Pacifica for like 5 years, but yeah, we're gonna make it look pretty. That's scabby. You know, I have been building too much of late, not enough riding, and it's almost like the cobbler's son has no shoes. I'm always selling my own bike, but this year's goal is to make it more balanced. So we got a ride coming up next weekend. Super stoked on that, but you gotta have balance, 50-50. Yeah, I mean, that last summer trip was, I like rushed the shovel head out the door, and you know, everybody always says like, don't rush a project like that, you get hurt. But I was trying to be there with everybody and like make the ride, and I'm always pushing it last minute with my own stuff, so. There was probably, I like rebuilt the motor along the way, had to take like the bottom end apart and put the oil pump on. There's multiple times where I was just like, I should really just spend this money and rent a fucking U-Haul and go home. But I'm so glad I didn't. Like that ride, especially the end of it, was just the best part. And I didn't even go to the show. Like the whole point was to go down there for Born Free, but I didn't see the show. It was just all riding, all like diagnosing and like fixing on the side of the road and being super scrappy. And yeah, that's kind of what it's all about. Like maybe not that many breakdowns, but you're always gonna have a few. So when I was a kid, my parents were kind of overprotective and they just wouldn't allow it. So I was maybe like 10 and one of my best friends got his first dirt bike, and man, I was just on that thing as much as I could be. We get hurt, you know, and I'd like come home and lie about how I got hurt. And he was, man, he's like 12 years old riding like this 500 two-stroke, and I was on his like little 250, thought was little, and just ripping around like the farmland in New Jersey, like central New Jersey, making farmers angry and pissing off the neighbors, getting the cops called. It was just, yeah, it was something that every kid like wants to do as a teenager, I think, and I had the opportunity to, but just had to have the right people in my life. Shout out to Tom.